Yes, I do have the face of someone who sat through too many live streams, guys, but what can you do? Now, Ella was on Lorraine this morning and talking about the show, talking about who she thinks is going to win, Danny. And the subject of Mickey Rourke came up and she answered the question and basically said she never wants to see him again. And neither do some of the other housemates, which I thought was very candid and very honest. Here's what she had to say. This is how you answer a question, by the way, because I know that some people have been writing nasty comments on my Patsy Palmer video. And I'm like, well, this is how Patsy could have answered the question if she wanted to, but she chose not to. But Ella actually answers the question. And we should be thankful that she actually did that, because it seems like it's okay not to do that now. So this is what she had to say. And, well, there we go. I guess she's definitely drawn a line under all things Mickey Rourke.
I just didn't appreciate it.
No.
That's all it was. And I feel that, for me, I just had distance from Mickey, and I'm just glad that I've never got to see him again.
Oh, you're glad you don't want to ever see him again, right? You actually feel like, yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think that's how most people in the house feel?
I think a few of us do feel like that way, yeah.
Here we have another matter entirely, and that is JOJO Siwa's mum wrote something really cryptic on JOJO's Instagram last night. She said that she had something she wanted to tell but couldn't because JOJO would be mad. But when JOJO gets out of the house, it's all happening. Now, we don't really know what she's referring to. She could be doing this as some kind of, advertising plug. Like when they make it sound like they're going to reveal something really personal, but actually it's just tickets for her tour are going to be reduced to half price. And that's what's really happening. It could be that JOJO was planning to announce her engagement to her partner, Kath, who, as we know, wrote those rather cold comments in the letter to JOJO yesterday that were basically saying Kath is very keen to see you or something. Very kind of like, not I love you or I really miss you or I'm very keen to see you, which sounds like a teacher telling off a pupil after class, isn't it? See me after class. Why did you get such a rubbish result in your maths test, Yaz? That kind of thing. And I don't know what she's referring to here, but clearly something is going to happen once JOJO gets out, and they're going to use the springboard of the show to announce it. JOJO must be spending a lot of her time in the house today thinking, how am I going to deal with all the questions I'm going to get once I'm out? Interestingly, we actually saw her on this morning, where Will was doing an interview and he was actually on the show and he was peeking through the little window and could see JOJO dancing around. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe she isn't thinking that, or maybe that is how she thinks. I don't know. But yeah, she must be planning right now how she's going to answer the questions about her and Chris, because she must be aware by now. She must be aware that there are going to be a lot of questions on Late and Live and all the other things about surely this was more than a friendship. Surely. And it's going to be very interesting to see what their collective response will be. I'll leave you with this before I disappear. Chris mentioned in last night's episode Katy Perry going to space. But how do you know about that? Because it was scheduled for April the 14th. He was already in the house by then. And even though it had been announced earlier in the year, he wasn't to know that it had actually gone ahead. So how did he know it had gone ahead? Because it could have been cancelled for all he knew, but he said Katy Perry's gone to space. How did he know she'd gone to space, guys? What's going on?